So did you or do you still have LGBT role models, both in work or just in a wider sense?
Simple answer, no.
Really?
I've never had. I don't continue to have. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. For my journey, it would have been nice to have somebody senior to look up to talk to. But as I said to Martin before, I've come on this journey because of what I've experienced. So had I had a role model, I don't know how I'd be feeling or talking about this issue today. So no. And I also think it's quite rare that, you spend the majority of the time thinking of being your authentic self. To Martin's point, he gave himself till he was 30. Mine was at 18, but it came out in an argument with my mum. I didn't plan it. It came out in an argument. She said she was absolutely fine, stormed out the house for 4 hours, don't know where she went, but then she's been the most supportive person in my life. So, I continue to push, I continue to speak out, and the message is simple. It's, you're going to be fine. You will be okay. Where society is moving to now, and I think where it's going, slowly, but I think it's going in the right direction. There is support. There's people like us speaking up, and we will continue to speak up. You will be okay.
Yeah. And yourself, Martin, in terms of role models?
It's similar to Harry. I can hand on heart say I've never had an openly gay male leader as a role model, and I think because I've never had that, and I still don't have that. I think that's what makes me want to change that for the generation that are going to come, generations, I should say, generations that are going to come after me. And I think that's why, this sort of switch has clicked in my head where I'm obsessed by doing things like we're doing today, because, I want to be an openly gay male leader at work, so that, people do have someone to look up to and they can see that. And I think ultimately for me, I want people to be able to look at me and say, wow, do you know what? If he can be an openly gay male leader and get to where he's got to, then I can.
And I think that's a really good point. But it's also important to know, and my mum said this many, many moons ago when I came out in an argument to her, and it was, you are still Harry. So being gay is a big part of me, but it's not what defines me, right? I'm still Harry. And I think that's an important message to take here. It doesn't change who you are as a person. It just changes your perception and attitude to things. But you are still Martin. You are still Kevin. I'm still Harry. It's not everything. It's not the label that defines who I am.